Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we dive into one of the most shocking developments in Eastern Europe. Belarus is on the edge of collapse. Reports are coming in that sections of the Belarusian army are turning against President Alexander Lukashenko, a man who has ruled the country with an iron fist for nearly 3 decades. The regime that once seemed unshakable is now cracking from within. Could this be the end of Europe's last dictator? Let's find out. For years, Lukashenko has clung to power through fear, manipulation, and loyalty from his security forces. But now that loyalty is fading, soldiers who once followed his every order are reportedly refusing to fire on protesters, and whispers of defection are spreading through the ranks. The Belarusian military, long seen as Lukashenko's ultimate guarantee of control, might now be his downfall. Tensions have been building for months. The economy is in freefall. Sanctions have crippled Belarusian industries. Russian support, once Lukashenko's lifeline, is wavering as Moscow becomes preoccupied with its own struggles in Ukraine. The people are exhausted. They've endured years of corruption, censorship, and violent crackdowns. But something feels different this time. The fear that kept the streets silent has turned into anger. And that anger is spreading faster than ever. Videos circulating online show soldiers quietly joining demonstrators, removing their insignia, and declaring that they stand with the people. It's a powerful image. Men in uniform, once the symbol of Lukashenko's oppression, now refusing to obey him. Some analysts say it's the beginning of a military rebellion. Others call it a tipping point. Either way, Belarus is entering uncharted territory. Behind the scenes, Lukashenko is reportedly in panic mode. Sources suggest he's moved his family to a secure location and ordered elite units to protect government buildings in Minsk. His once loyal generals are divided. Some want to crush dissent by force. Others warn that doing so could lead to civil war. The air in the capital is thick with tension. Every hour, new rumors emerge: defections, arrests, mutinies. No one knows what's true anymore, but everyone feels the danger. Internationally, the world is watching closely. European nations are calling for calm and new elections. The United States has warned Lukashenko that any bloodshed could lead to severe consequences. Meanwhile, Russia is torn. Vladimir Putin has long considered Belarus a crucial buffer zone against NATO, but he's now struggling to maintain his own war effort. For Moscow, a collapsing Belarus could mean chaos on its western border, or worse, the loss of a key ally. On the ground, the situation is chaotic. Protesters have taken over parts of several cities. Government offices are being stormed. The state TV network has reportedly gone off-air in some regions after staff refused to broadcast propaganda. In other areas, police units have simply vanished, abandoning their posts. It's as if the machinery of the state is dissolving before everyone's eyes. The internet in Belarus is heavily restricted, but reports from inside the country describe scenes of defiance not seen since the 2020 protests. Then Lukashenko crushed dissent brutally. Thousands were arrested, many disappeared. But this time, the people are not alone. They have growing support from within the army and from neighboring countries, quietly offering asylum to defectors. It's no longer just about protests. It's about survival for both sides. Some soldiers who fled to neighboring Lithuania and Poland are giving interviews to Western media. They describe a military divided down the middle, older officers still loyal to Lukashenko, and younger ones refusing to follow illegal orders. One soldier said, "We joined the army to defend the people, not to attack them. We are done being used by a dictator." That sentiment is spreading like wildfire. Telegram channels and encrypted chats used by opposition groups are reporting rising morale among protesters. There's a sense that, for the first time in years, victory might actually be possible. Even within the presidential guard, cracks are starting to appear. Anonymous leaks suggest that some members have refused to participate in nighttime raids or mass arrests. Experts say Lukashenko's regime was built on three pillars: control of the media, control of the economy, and absolute loyalty of the security forces. If even one of those collapses, his rule could end quickly. Now, all three are showing signs of decay. Independent journalists are broadcasting from exile. The economy is collapsing under sanctions, and the army, his final line of defense, is no longer reliable. For years, Lukashenko portrayed himself as a protector of stability, but his so-called stability was built on repression. Now, the repression has turned against him. Every order he gives risks another defection. Every crackdown deepens public fury. His regime has become a ticking time bomb, and every explosion of dissent weakens his grip further. Meanwhile, opposition leader Svetlana Tsikhanouskaya, exiled in Lithuania, has called this moment Belarus's last chance for freedom. She's urging soldiers and officials to switch sides and promising amnesty for those who refuse to follow Lukashenko's orders. Her message is resonating with many inside Belarus who are desperate for change but fear the consequences of rebellion. The fact that soldiers are responding shows how fragile Lukashenko's authority has become. Russia's role in this crisis cannot be overstated. For decades, Moscow propped up Lukashenko financially and politically. But now, with Russia's own instability growing and its war dragging on, Putin has less leverage and fewer resources to spare. Some Russian analysts even suggest that the Kremlin might be preparing for a post-Lukashenko Belarus, ready to install a new puppet leader more loyal and less erratic. There are reports that Russian security advisors have been flown to Minsk to assist in maintaining order, but whether they can actually stabilize the situation is doubtful. If the army turns against Lukashenko entirely, even Russian support might not save him. The Belarusian people have endured too much to simply accept another strongman. As night falls over Minsk, the city feels like a powder keg. Streets are barricaded. Protesters light candles and wave the historic red-white flag of the opposition. Loudspeakers call for unity, while armored vehicles rumble in the distance. The symbolism is impossible to ignore. A nation long trapped in silence is finally raising its voice. The next 48 hours could decide Belarus's future. If more army units defect, Lukashenko's power may crumble overnight. If he manages to crush the rebellion, the country could descend into an even darker era of repression. Either way, this is a turning point. Belarus will never be the same again. This moment is about more than politics. It's about courage, ordinary people standing against tyranny, soldiers risking everything to defend their nation, and a dictator watching his empire of fear disintegrate. Whether the regime falls today or tomorrow, one thing is certain: the spirit of Belarus can no longer be broken. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this developing story. The world is watching Belarus, and history is unfolding right before our eyes.